Yes. And when the festivities came, we were so much in a hurry to dehumanize the African black cock. So what did we do? We assassinated it and served its corpse on our place, which we proudly called food. This is the African history class with a big fat, thick, tall, standing erect and very hairy every morning, like the cedar of Lebanon, surrounded by the beautiful blue blistering pinnacles of lapis lazuli, the African black cock. And this is our African proverb of the day. The warning is simple. Now, anytime you hear an African proverb, do not be so much in a hurry to decode it without inviting the spirits of our ancestors to the reasoning table. After all, they modeled, propelled, and, of course, created all these wonderful proverbs. Our proverb for today, our African proverb of the day, comes all the way from East Africa. Oh, my God. From the Kiswahili-speaking people of East Africa. They say, and I quote, "Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors." Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. My God. Now you cannot call yourself a sailor when you are on the dam. You can't call yourself a sailor when in your village where you were born, there's no sea. Sailors are so synonymous with the sea. You can never call yourself a sailor if you do not know the sea. True or false? My brother, smooth seas do not make good sailors. What is the meaning of this? Now, for a sailor to become a true sailor, very, very much accomplished, you should have gone through the nook and crannies of the sea. You should have been bumped up and down on the thunderous waves of the sea. Now, if you have always sailed on a smooth sea, you are not a sailor. It's like a player who says he's a good player and he shoots into an empty net every day. You are not a football player. My brother, my sister, to be able to call yourself a football player, then you must know that you should have gone into serious competition, tackle for tackle, boot for boot. And when you succeed in scoring or even playing so well, then you can call yourself a good footballer. How can you call yourself accomplished when you have never gone through any trials? Remember Bob Marley told you a long time ago? What did he say? He said, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Now, how do you call yourself a learned man when you have never gone through any examination? Who examined you? Who tested you? After the test and the trials, when you are able to withstand all these things and come out victorious, then you can say and then call yourself a victor. It's the same thing with a sailor. If the sea is almost smooth, then you are not a sailor. But when it is turbulent, moving up and down, and you are able to deal with it, then you know that there is no situation you will never be able to overcome. True or false? That is what this proverb is talking about. Smooth seas do not make good sailors. If you have a student who only wants to answer cheap and simple questions, that is not a good student. If you have a sailor who only wants to sail in smooth waters, that is a joke of a sailor. My brother, my sister, even our radio work here, we started with so many people. Some gave up. Some retired early. Others decided to find another profession. Some others decided that no, they will try. But much as they tried, they realized that there was no way. They still had to go sell snow corn and leave this for those who can truly do it and to those who it is a calling. My brother, my sister, when you see a media person who has been called to do the job, you can see from afar that every day he sounds new and different. She sounds new and different. Every day there is something new to talk about this person. But the one who it is not a calling for, every little note of sound they make on radio and on TV, they sound annoying. And if you had a way, you will pay them off to stay away from the media. It's the same way with musicians. There are some musicians, when they start to sing, you want to beg them and pay them never to sing again all their lives. And there are some, even when they close their mouths, you still hear the music in their silence. Hallelujah. It's also like a good husband. Now, when it comes to a good husband, my brother, my sister, even when he's dead, the woman can never find anybody like her. She's never satisfied with any other person. My brother, my sister, it's the same thing with a good wife. There are some wives, my brother, my sister, you lose. And no matter how much you try, their names keep ringing in your ears. Amaka, 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 Amaka. Hey, you can run after Eunice. You can run after Miriam. You can also run after Josephine. It won't work. You are still hearing Amaka, oh Amaka, Amaka, oh Amaka, Amaka, oh Amaka. And if you are not careful, and you go ahead to marry Josephine or Miriam, in the middle of a very important caboodle in your bedroom, instead of saying Josephine or Miriam, you are busy saying Amaka. Oh, Amaka, 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 kill me, oh, Amaka, kill me, Amaka, Amaka, oh, bagbemi, Amaka. My brother, my sister, smooth waters or smooth seas do not make good sailors. Go through it the hard way. And when you come out, you know that you are tough. In boxing, it's the same thing. Oh, yes. This is the African history class. And the African proverb of the day is all the way from the Kiswahili-speaking people of East Africa. And they say, and I quote again, smooth seas do not make good sailors. It's the same thing with music. There are some musicians, they can only please people in their hometown and villages. The village already knows their fathers and mothers. So when they come out, they could even be singing Sanchi. And the people are clapping. Please, to be able to call yourself a true musician, try other audiences. Audiences that are hostile. And if you are able to please them, it means you can even please Satan in hell. This is the proverb of the day.